What if we told you that the answer to building muscle might not be found in a gym full of iron weights, but on a pull-up bar in your backyard? Or, what if all that bodyweight training you're doing is holding you back from serious muscle gains? Gym or calisthenics, which one actually builds more muscle? The answer might shock you, and science has a lot to say about it. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which path to choose for maximum muscle growth. And the truth may completely transform the way you train. Welcome back to Fitness Tips, where science meets strength. Let's dive in. 1. Muscle Growth 101. What science says about hypertrophy. To understand which method builds more muscle, we need to start with how muscles grow, scientifically known as hypertrophy. When you challenge your muscles with resistance, microscopic damage occurs in the muscle fibers. In response, your body repairs and rebuilds those fibers, making them thicker and stronger. Now, here's the catch: progressive overload is key. This means gradually increasing the stress placed on your muscles over time. Whether you're curling a dumbbell or doing a push-up, if you're not progressively overloading the muscle, you're not going to grow. Science has confirmed that both external weights and bodyweight exercises can induce hypertrophy. But the intensity, volume, range of motion, and time under tension make a huge difference. Have you ever heard of someone getting jacked in prison with no access to a gym? How is it possible that some of the most shredded individuals don't even touch weights? Could calisthenics actually be more effective than pumping iron? Let's uncover what's really going on. 2. The power of calisthenics. Mastering your bodyweight. Calisthenics is all about using your own body weight as resistance. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, muscle-ups, squats, planche, front lever. These are not just exercises. They're skill-based movements that build functional strength, improve core stability, and yes, stimulate muscle growth. According to a study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, bodyweight training can be just as effective as resistance training when performed to failure. That's right, going to muscular failure is the key, regardless of whether you're using weights or your own body. But calisthenics offers something unique: total body coordination. Many of these movements involve multiple muscle groups working in harmony, which can lead to better muscle recruitment and neuromuscular control. However, the real challenge with calisthenics is progressive overload. Once you can do 20 push-ups, what's next? That's where skill progression comes in, adding more difficult variations like archer push-ups, one-arm push-ups, or handstand push-ups. It's scalable. It's efficient. And it works. But wait, if calisthenics is so effective, why are most professional bodybuilders spending hours in the gym? Is it just about lifting heavier, or is there something calisthenics can't provide? Let's talk about gym training next. 3. Gym workouts. The science of heavy lifting. When it comes to building maximum muscle mass, the gym offers one major advantage: targeted resistance. With dumbbells, barbells, machines, and cables, you can isolate specific muscle groups and apply precise resistance levels. This allows for better hypertrophy of individual muscles, which is often harder to achieve with calisthenics. According to a 2020 study in sports medicine, weightlifting, especially compound movements like the bench press, deadlift, and squat, results in significant increases in muscle cross-sectional area when performed with moderate to high loads, 70 to 85% of 1 RM, and sufficient volume. Gym workouts allow you to apply linear progressive overload by simply adding more weight. You don't need to learn complex movements, you can just increase the plates and keep growing. This makes it easier to measure and manage progress. Machines also reduce the skill component, making it easier to focus purely on hypertrophy without worrying about balance or technique. The downside? Some gym-goers become overly reliant on machines, sacrificing functional strength and mobility. Plus, many exercises don't require much core engagement, unlike compound calisthenics movements. Here's a secret even seasoned lifters overlook: there's a sweet spot for muscle growth, and it's not about how much weight you lift or how many reps you do. Want to know what it is? Stay tuned, because next we're talking science-backed training intensity that works in both gym and calisthenics. 4. Intensity versus volume. What really builds more muscle? One of the biggest debates in the fitness world is this: is it better to lift heavy with low reps or light with high reps? And how does that compare to high-volume calisthenics training? Well, science has spoken. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that when sets are taken to failure, both heavy and light loads produce similar muscle growth over time. This means that intensity plus total volume plus effort are the most critical factors, not necessarily the tool you're using. So whether you're doing weighted pull-ups or barbell rows, as long as you're training to near failure with enough training volume per week, you will stimulate growth. Here's where it gets interesting. Calisthenics often naturally leads to higher volume, while the gym allows for higher intensity. The real answer? Combining both might be the ultimate strategy. Why are elite athletes, Hollywood actors, and even Navy SEALs using both gym and calisthenics in their training? Because this hybrid method taps into the best of both worlds. Let's see why this new trend is changing everything. 5. Hybrid training. The best of both worlds. In recent years, a powerful new approach has emerged: hybrid training. This method combines compound calisthenics movements for skill, coordination, and endurance with gym-based resistance training for targeted hypertrophy. Imagine doing planche progressions in the morning, and then hitting weighted dips and incline bench press in the evening. Or combining pistol squats with barbell squats. You're building muscle, strength, control, balance, and aesthetics, all at once. Hybrid training is backed by sports science because it engages multiple energy systems. It also trains slow twitch and fast twitch fibers, improves joint stability, and provides a more well-rounded physique. Athletes who blend both styles tend to develop more functional strength with less injury risk and better longevity in training. If you're serious about building muscle and becoming a complete athlete, this is your blueprint. So, what if you're just starting out? Should you jump into a gym membership or just stick to bodyweight? You'll want to hear this before making a decision. 6. Beginner muscle building. Which is better to start with? For beginners, both gym and calisthenics offer excellent muscle building potential, but the right choice depends on your environment, goals, and preferences. Calisthenics is more accessible. You don't need a gym, a membership, or equipment. You can start with push-ups, squats, and planks right in your living room. That makes it perfect for building discipline, developing core strength, and learning control. But gym training might be easier to scale if you struggle with bodyweight movements. Some people can't do a pull-up or a proper push-up yet. In that case, gym machines help build foundational strength faster. Also, if your goal is pure muscle size, the gym gives you more tools and freedom to target specific weak areas. Ultimately, it comes down to consistency. Choose the method you enjoy more, because the best workout plan is the one you can stick to long term. Want that perfect V-taper, boulder shoulders, and a shredded six-pack? Here's where gym and calisthenics differ the most, and you'll want to know this before designing your workout plan. 7. Aesthetic differences. Which one builds a better physique? Calisthenics athletes typically have lean, shredded, and athletic bodies. Think of gymnasts: defined abs, wide lats, and strong arms. Their physique is the result of high volume, full body compound training and incredible core engagement. Gym-based athletes, especially bodybuilders, often have more muscle mass, symmetry, and size, particularly in areas like the biceps, chest, and legs. That's because they can isolate muscles and apply hypertrophy-focused strategies. If your goal is to look ripped and agile, calisthenics might be your best friend. But if you're chasing maximum muscle thickness and proportion, the gym gives you more sculpting power. Still, it's not a competition, it's about what you want to look like. Alright, it's time for the moment of truth. Gym or calisthenics? Which one truly builds more muscle? The answer might surprise you. 8. Final verdict. What science and experience agree on? So, which one builds more muscle, gym or calisthenics? Here's the science-backed conclusion. Both are effective, but the gym offers more control over resistance, which allows for faster and more targeted hypertrophy. That means for raw muscle size, the gym has the edge. However, calisthenics offers incredible functional strength, endurance, control, and a more athletic aesthetic, which means you'll build lean, dense muscle with superior movement ability. If your goal is pure aesthetics and size, the gym might take you there faster. But if you want to master your body, gain control, mobility, and long-term strength, calisthenics is unbeatable. And remember, combining both might be the ultimate strategy, leveraging the strengths of each system for the most well-rounded, muscular physique possible. So, what's your choice? Will you chase the iron or conquer the bars? Let us know in the comments, gym or calisthenics? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Fitness Tips, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update on science-backed fitness insights. Until next time, train smart, stay strong, and keep pushing your limits.